covered up. Creative. You want to use your creative for things that's going to shift the paradigm, man. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead, bro. Come on, it says, Isaiah 61. They taking this out of textbooks. Come on.
To appoint unto them that mourn in Zion, to give unto them beauty for ashes.
See, the whole book is only for the Israelites. In other words, the Israelites in Zion.
What do you guys, sorry to cut you off, but how do you feel about, what is your thoughts on Freemasons?
Freemasons? Yeah. Pretty much you got, Job 9:24. Because all this stuff talked about in the Bible, so we're going to go to the Bible, then we'll actually talk.
This is a Freemason town.
Facts.
This town is Freemasons home.
Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Cover the Masons of the judge thereof. It's not where and who is James.
Yeah, so the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. So pretty much everything is ran by the wicked. So you got a lot of, matter of fact, Psalms 82 and 6. We got a lot of secret councils set up, secret societies, stuff like that, talked about in the scripture. Bring it out with me.
Con, this is Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 12. For it is a shame even to speak of those things which are done of them in secret.
See, it's a shame. So what we truly think, we can go into it. You know what I'm saying? These things are set up as stepping stones for you to sell out.
Yeah.
Just maybe you can sell. Yeah. See, that's all those things are. You know what I'm saying? Like, in order to be a Freemason, it's different levels you got to go through. That's why you got to read. You got the first degree, the second degree, the 33rd degree, the highest degree. Now, what do you think they do to get those degrees? Wicked shit. Read that again. That's why the Bible has said that. Yeah. And they're talking about things done in them in secret society. Go ahead.
Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 12. For it is a shame even to speak of those things which are done of them in secret.
Yeah, man. There's certain things these secret societies is doing, which we know why they're in place. Like I said, it's just for you to sell, but you gotta sell your soul. So it's just another sellout thing, really. Jay-Z is a Mason. Yeah. You know,
there's no such thing as black Masons.
Yeah, he's a Mason.
Yeah. Not even.
No, 82. 83.
Psalms 83 verse 2. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones.
So it's really, we get this to show you that there's a bunch of groups that come together for one goal. And really the main thing you need to know about is these so-called white people. That's the main group you want to know about, which is the elite. The Masons is low level. A lot of the elites that's funding the pandemic, that's pushing out, okay, we want people to have masks. Who are those people?
Yeah, don't. Oh, shit, yeah, exactly.
Right. So we're going to go there. Because that's really what the level we're going to be on. Because everything else is low level. So the question would be, since we talk about them now, what are they doing? What are those guys about? You see what I'm saying? What are they about? It's telling you right here. Read that again.
Psalms 83.
And this is full circle about back around to the first thing I asked you when you walked past.
Two. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. So the Bible is talking about enemies. There's enemies that exist. There's people that hate people, right? That hate the Most High, really. That's what it's saying. The Lord is acknowledging that right here. Go ahead. They have taken crafty counsel against
They have taken crafty counsel. This is a council right here. This is what those elites get together and do. A lot of these guys that you will see at these, they sit down on brunch, on lunch. Yeah. You don't know who these guys could be.
Right.
Yeah. Because Naperville is one of the richest. Shepherd. Yeah. So we got a lot of low-level elites out here that's taking counsel on wicked plans. Yeah. Pretty much the ordering of the future we about to live. Now, against who?
It says they have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
So they get together and come up with creative ways against the Lord's people. That's who the Lord's people are, the Israelites. You're an Israelite. To do what?
And
they consulted against our hidden ones. They have said, "Come, let us cut them off from being a nation."
Cut who off?
Cut them off
What?
from being a nation.
See, this is everything that goes on with so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians is an effort to cut us off from being who we truly are. You see, from the start of slavery till now, to BET, to NBA, to the NFL, to the music industry, to the fashion industry, everything. It's all efforts to cut us off from who we truly are. Because in those days, you can separate from reality and just create. You see what I'm saying? You can do whatever you want to be, want to do in the fashion industry, in the music industry. I'm such and such. He might be this rapper, but he don't even know who he is. More of his people, right? More the rappers, right? That's going to come forth and do that, and that's going to inspire more rappers. You see what I'm saying? And this whole time, the people that don't even know who we stopped knowing who we are, who we were when we came into slavery. We never was told who we were. There was a debate in the 80s over whether or not we was going to be called black or African American. And those terms were given to us. So to this day, our people don't even know who they are. But you got those that have money, like Carmelo Anthony, about basketball, Floyd Mayweather, who else? Sean Jackson, the NFL player. They all know about the Israelites. They know the Israelites. Nick Cannon came from San Francisco Israelites. What did the people that allowed him to come into the industry, the entertainment industry, do? They blackballed him. They fired him, actually. They took his Wild 'N Out contract for saying that. Because they're trying to cut us off from being a nation. And then this particular nation that we actually are is the royal nation above all people on the face of the earth. So now we're not in that state. That's that falling away. That they not gonna come until there be a falling away first. What did we fall from?
Yeah, right.
It was a book. What was we before that? They only show us that.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
King David, King Solomon, all your people, so-called black men.
Yeah.
Get the scripture real quick. Show them. Let's show you. Everybody in this Bible is so-called black people. Watch this. Song of Solomon 1 and 5. 30 and 30.
So we good. Yeah. That makes a lot of sense, man. You know, even looking at it for what it is, bro. Like, pyramids are in Africa. Look at the richest. Like, that's where so-called black people are. So shit, you know. Man, I do believe that we got a divine source of power that they're trying to mask, because if we did come together, that power would just be too powerful. It would be like revolutionary on like all councils, on all governments. It would be like, okay, yeah, we know how to rule the world. So like, I do believe in that, dude. I do believe that. So, you know, there's a mad disconnect, bro. There's a warfare going on everywhere, you know. You go into, not just in the material world, bro. It's like, it's knowledge warfare. It's like, you know, there's a lot of suppressed knowledge, you know, that, man, people just don't know. Useful knowledge is the most powerful thing. Yeah, what you telling me, bro, it's facts, bro. And I need to get deeper into it, you know.
We got a little bit more when we get to YouTube. We'll be out here every week.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring some more people around, man. I'm gonna tell them, hey, man, we down here.
Yeah. And everybody's not meant to get this.
Yeah.
Because only a certain amount of our people was ready. We got that sign to come back into this knowledge. But before we bring that out, let's get the scripture. The verse. Yeah, you bring it up.
Man, even the way they, man, like our people in Chicago and Illinois, the politics so bad out here, man. It's like, it's almost demonic. It's a mad disconnect with our people in Illinois, at least. This is what I've seen so far.
got you. This is Song of Solomon, chapter 1 and verse
Now
5.
Solomon was said to be the wisest king to ever live, richest to ever live in the scriptures. You'll hear about Mansa Musa, lies. No, it was Solomon. Solomon was an Israelite, right? Go ahead.
Song of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 5. I am black, but comb me.
Solomon said he's black, man. Go ahead.
I am black, but comb me.
See, but he's black. He said, I'm black, but I'm beautiful. See that? Go ahead.
O ye daughters of Jerusalem, as the tents of Kedar.
Now he's talking about the women of his people. He said they are what?
As the tents of Kedar.
They are as the tents of Kedar. It means to be dark, the tents we were living in. They were black. Because Kedar in Hebrew means dark skin. So the women of Israel, of his people, are so-called black women. Yeah. See it? Go ahead.
As the curtains of Solomon. It says, look not upon me because I am black.
See? But really we're not black. Because you can't tie black back to anything. But see, it's so powerful how the Lord works. We will look in the scriptures one day and see everybody in there saying they black. But
Wow. I see what you're saying, bro. I see what you're saying. Man, do you believe in aliens?
yeah. Now, aliens is actually this man and the rest of the people we coming back with the angels.
Yeah.
It was employed to cover up the invasion that's going. This is the true invasion.
Man, right.
Yeah, it was all a play to cut us off. Like you ever hear your ancestors the song they used to sing in the fields? This is a song right here. That's the stanza. It's a queen goes, sweet cherry, coming forth to carry home. That's a song of about a duchy, really. That's what the Messiah is coming back to do. He's coming back with so he's the alien. Because alien means what? It means stranger. Yeah. That's all alien means. No such thing as little green man. No, it's called black men getting ready to come back. Yeah. And they're gonna invade the earth. Yeah. They're gonna bring righteousness and it's gonna be led by this man, the so-called black man. Yeah. And he's gonna save his people.
The sword kind of funny.
Yeah. He's coming back with that.
Right.
Yeah. He's gonna need it. They're not gonna let him do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You got the Job 30 and 30.
Did you finish?
Job 30 verse 30. My skin is black upon me.
Now this is Job. Job was one of the richest men that ever lived. One of them. He said what?
My skin is black upon me.
Let's get specific. He said his skin. The head.
And my bones are burned with heat.
Yep. If you keep going on that, because Solomon got specific.
Song of Solomon, chapter 1 and 6. Look not upon me because I am black. Because the sun.
Because the what?
Because the sun.
Because the what?
Because the sun.
The sun. Come on.
Have looked upon me.
The sun make us darker, right? So we know that's what he's saying right there. Yeah, that melanin. The Israelites, people of the Bible are they're us, man. This is a what that curse sign at? No, the charity sign. Look up the pictures. Look up on Google Russian icons. These are the actual images that's been kept. They whitewashed all original images of the people of the book. This is one of the images. This is a Russian icon right here. See, that's Christ on the spaceship.
Yeah, Russia, all of their icons are black.
There you go.
Yeah, I know that.
See?
But I ain't never been out of this country, bro. So like, I don't got that knowledge. So like, yeah, bro, I did see that on like YouTube or some shit. Like all the Russian fucking, all the Russian images are black, like fucking
Black.
going to marry.
Yep. That's it. It's called the Black Madonna. That's right. That's the only part they couldn't get to. They couldn't get to East Russia. So all the images, because our images are over the whole earth. Because we were before the white man came out the caves.
Yeah. Right.
We were ruling. We were in Europe ruling. Because he went into the caves when Rome failed.
Okay.
When they were like Rome wasn't built again. Well, Rome eventually failed.
Yeah.
That's when the so-called white people, they took over the whole earth with their philosophy. They failed
and they got put in a cage, and then the Holy Roman Empire came up. He just stepped in their place, and we started ruling. And then he was ruling Europe for 1,000 years. That's why they call it the Dark Ages, or the medieval times. Yeah, Middle Ages.
Yeah.
Because anything regarding us, they try to whitewash the damage.
Yeah.
You can't say you black, because black means dirty, absent of light, void.
Yeah.
And when they say they white, they saying they
Light.
clear. Yeah, light.
Right.
And it's a lie.
They don't. It's a word.
Thank you.
Yeah. It's not no divine substance.
No nationality, nothing.
Don't know them.
In reality, we really the white people. We the
Right.
ones with the light.
Right.
You know?
I see.
They black.
Yeah. Yeah.
They cover the world with lies and darkness and false truths, you know.
No, yeah, this is powerful.
Yeah.
Real powerful.
I'm gonna give you one more thing. They've been keeping us from this, right? So this is the Bible when it originally came out. There's 14 books in this book, in the Bible. There's 14 books in the Bible they took out. So most people have an incomplete Bible, right? This is how King James originally put the Bible out, 1611. When we were ruling, right? See, this is what they took out.
King James.
Yep, King James edition. They took that book out. You look through this is supposed to be in the middle of the Bible. 14 books they took out. It's the original KJV. They took the Apocrypha out. Apocrypha means hidden. It means hidden books. In it, it tells you in real detailed graphic what's exactly gonna happen in the end times. How the Messiah gonna come back. He gonna come back in a spaceship so big, it's gonna like a mountain in the sky. They took it out. You see what I'm saying? But yeah.
This is the complete Bible. Old Testament and New Testament, but it continues to be this. To make it pretty much complete.
So you guys got an extra book of this?
It's all good.
Wow.
You got one? Well, this one.
Let me get the whole one, man. Let me get the whole one if y'all got an extra one.
Alright, okay, look. Now, update. Because this is really how it's supposed to be. This how they put this to the side, took all that away, and they took out 14 books. So that's why people think, when you learn about it, people saying, well, what do y'all think about everybody else? People saying, Jesus, his name is Howard. You say that he's only coming back to the Israelites. But what about the scripture that say there's neither Jew nor Greek? You see what I'm saying? Like basically, it ain't just about the Israelites, because the Jews are Israelites, and it's not about the other people. But that's a stumbling block, because to understand that the information is in this book. That's why people think the Bible for everybody, but it's not. This man is only coming back for his part. They tell you that, and Matt, this one thing, they read that, and we're going to show you the sign after it. And then we can get you a series. Go ahead.
Matthew chapter 1 and verse 21. And he shall bring forth a son, and she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Jesus.
Howard shot. Right? Because that's what really makes this book deadly. When you open this book up, right? King James authorized this. He didn't write the Bible. He authorized translators to take the scriptures, the Holy Scriptures, from the languages they were in, which is Hebrew and Greek, because we went into captivity under the Greeks, the Israelites, because we wrote the scriptures. So the whole book is only written by Israelites to Israelites. So our original language is Hebrew. So that's why some of the scriptures are in Hebrew, but then we went into slavery because we always disobeyed what God. Captivity to people we were better other people we were better than, which is the so-called white man did, the same thing. So what ended up happening, we started speaking Greek. Now, all he did was authorize 43 men to translate all those words into English. Now, English in the 1600s. Let's go to this. Let's go to Matthew. Because
that's where he just read from. See, we're gonna go to the same verse he read. The gospel, that's the spirit, according to Matthew. So you read what? Matthew 1:21, right? Now watch this. Let's line it up. 1:21. Read what you got.
Matthew chapter 1 and verse 21. And she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Jesus.
Now look at this. She shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name ISRAELITES. Because there was no James.
Right. Exactly.
Not his name.
Right.
It was never his name.
Yeah.
So how did they make the name Jesus?
Yeah. Right.
There was no J in 1600s in English ever.
Right.
And there was no J in Hebrew.
Yeah.
So who were people calling on?
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. After they created J.
They'd never do your God back.
Yeah. It's so. I feel like even the language is hex. English. It's hex. The language.
The bastard language.
Yes, a bastard. There's certain. I haven't been out this country neither, so I know in certain sentence structures of different countries, it's like it's more powerful in the way they say something, or it's more of a direct or some sort of way. But I know English is just too loose. It's too it's hexing.
Speaking, bro. That's the spirit speaking. The Bible literally say that. They tell you what language. God has a language. Like the time's gonna come, everybody gonna hear his voice. It's gonna be in Hebrew. When this man comes back, he's gonna be speaking Hebrew. He's not gonna be speaking that bastard language.
Right.
So if he spoke Hebrew, his name would have to be Hebrew. Because we're the Hebrew Israelites. Your original tongue is Hebrew. My original tongue is Hebrew. All these men's original tongue is Hebrew. They beat it out of us and made us speak English for the very fact of what you said is more power in certain languages. Hebrew is the language of the heavens, the creator. That's the language he gave to his children. We're only his kids. You will never see so-called white people, East Indian people, anybody doing this. And I know you say you're mixed, no such thing, but you will never see anybody besides your father's people doing this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Period. So that's basically it, bro. That's all.
Yeah, to finish this.
Yeah, you got it.
God.
That's basically it.
It's Matthew chapter 1 and verse 21.
For now.
And she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Yahushua. For he shall save his people from their sins.
So his name obviously was a name that expressed what his name is, because he's going to do this. It was a name prediction.
Right.
Yahushua means Yah. Like Kendrick Lamar had a song called Yah. You know he is like
Yeah.
Yah. I ain't black no more. I'm a Israelite. They call me black. That's the color. They ain't faction no more. We got him on. We got proof. Anyway.
Wow.
Yah means he, and Yahushua means salvation. So he salvation. Because our language straight like that. That's why when we talk, we be like, what you talking about? I'll be there.
Yeah.
We ain't gotta be like, I will be there.
Yeah.
Like, I'll be there.
Yeah.
I don't
That's
know.
how Hebrew is.
I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yep. So he gonna save his people, ultimately all his people, but he only when he come back, he only gonna save. The Lord say, let's go to that real quick, Zechariah 13:8, which is right here. The Lord say, and it shall come to pass that in all the land, that's this place, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die. They're gonna be cut off from this knowledge, this way back to, themselves. Because basically, if you cut off from yourself, you dead. That's like, if you went and hit your head and forgot everything you ever knew, you basically dead. Because you cut off from all your ability, who your parents is, what you was gonna do, what you like eating. You like dead. You basically in a dead state. You see what I'm saying? So that's one way our people will be cut off. They will be cut off. That's the first part of how they will be cut off. And then they will be cut off from the way to be saved from that, which is this. A time is coming where they're gonna take us off the streets. They fix on us for this. Yeah. And then you're gonna die. Because it's the map out of what's getting ready to happen, which is America ending by violence, disease, and World War III.
Yeah.
That's how this place going out.
Yeah.
So he said, so two parts therein shall be cut off and die. That means it's gonna happen. That's a prophecy. But the third shall be left therein. So basically, look at it like this: the Lord said He's gonna take all His people, so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians, make a pipe. Imagine them like a pipe. He said He's gonna cut off 2 parts. He's gonna allow majority of these people to die. He's gonna kill them.
Yeah.
And He only gonna save 1/3. And 1/3 are those that repent. Because our people been lied to. We went to church and they didn't teach us nothing.
Yeah.
That was the hold this real quick. We got this right here. We ain't gonna get no more scriptures, but this is where the hell is that?
What you looking for?
The one where the devil said the church up. But basically, the so-called white man, he set our people up to learn the Bible through him, and he set up crooked pastors, which were sellouts of our people, to teach it to us. So we didn't learn anything, and that's how you cut us off from that power that you were talking about. You know what I'm saying? And it will lead us into all this shit, us killing each other, all this stuff. Once again, amazing fault. We just smoke weed, and we clearly bet we just dominate everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all we subject to. We can't own none of the stuff.
Right.
Why don't we own the Indians?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The record labels.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Basquiat.
Now we're going through a revolution, so
That's right.
you know, even it's hard for us, but like now we're going through this. People need to wake up too. A lot of people out here that can't fathom the fact that this is a revolution we're going through. But no, yeah, there's a warfare up there too. A lot of black folks are trying to, you know, get it right. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, no, dude, I feel like within this place going down. I don't think anytime soon, but I feel like something's gonna happen. We're gonna hit a very good stepping stone and change, and somebody gonna hit the red button, and you know, it's gonna be like a truth uncovered, and it's gonna be like, okay, now it's time to take America.
Yep.
So, you know, there's still people of color up there fighting for our for majority freedom. You know what I'm saying?
What you mean up there, up where?
Like at least status, but even when they surpass that status, I feel like it's more, they get whitewashed.
Yeah, they sell out.
Do that journey. Yeah.
You heard of Illuminati?
Yeah.
No, that's in the Bible.
Really?
Yes.
Damn.
100%. Sacrificing and all that.
Damn.
Yep.
Oh yeah, for sure. I know they doing fucking eating babies.
Yeah. Jay-Z sold out.
Yeah,
Remember
Jay-Z sold out, Kanye West sold out.
Niggas was kneeling, remember that? He was kneeling, Colin Kaepernick was doing the kneel on the NFL players. They stepped Jay-Z in because he's influential to our people.
Yeah.
And he said what? We done with kneeling. We ain't kneeling no more.
Yeah.
Meaning we ain't standing up for what is wrong.
Yeah.
Just keep playing and don't say nothing. Because they was still playing even though they was kneeling, right?
Yeah.
This nigga, they brought this nigga in to tell them to quit kneeling and just keep playing. Basically do what you was doing the first time. So everybody that hit that elite status, they sell out. They gotta sell out.
Yeah.
Ain't no you can't do this with the so-called white man. These not so-called white people, these the Edomites. That's Esau.
Yeah.
We're the Israelites. Jacob had a twin brother called Esau. Yeah. That's who they hide in their identity and our identity.
Yeah.
Because if everybody knew they was Esau, that's when the change happened. But guess what? Everybody learning it. Because we tell these people that. And we got camps across the globe. We got brothers that's waking up to this in Arabia, that woke up to this in the Bahamas, that woke up to this in China, that woke up to this in Europe. Just keep going. Canada, Australia.
Russia, man. I want to see what they talking about in Russia, bro. Like, how do they treat people of color in Russia? You know what I'm saying? What, this the YouTube? I'm gonna be on YouTube? Hey, YouTube, man. Steezy, man. Stunner season. Revolutionary shit. History going down right here today, right now.
You got a Bible?
The fluky.
Got one?
Not the one y'all showing me. But yeah, I do have one.
You want one of these?
Yeah, man. That's the book.
Yeah, this is the book that's missing out of it. So these is the separate books. You can just add this book to the book you got. But don't take it if you ain't serious.
I want to go through it, man. I'm serious about learning. You know what I'm saying? Learning is what I'm serious about. But, man.
Now, how do you read the Bible? You don't just open it up and read it. How do you read it?
Man, there ain't. I was told, you know, there's meaning in it.
Isaiah 28:10.
I was told that there's meaning on every line of the Bible. You just gotta ask for understanding.
That's true. Seeking it shall be given. Yeah. Knocking it shall be open. That's right.
Isaiah 28:10.
That's how you read the Bible.
It says, "For precept must be upon precept."
Start up, bro. Who shall he teach knowledge?
Isaiah 28:9. Whom shall he teach knowledge?
So whom will the Heavenly Father show the true knowledge? Right? You gotta be taught to, right? But who is he gonna teach it to? Go ahead.
And whom shall he make to understand doctrine?
Who is he gonna? Because even if you're getting taught, that don't mean you're understanding it. So if you're being taught now, but truly, who's gonna make you understand it? How will he make you understand it? The doctrine, the one way, the true teaching of the Bible. Right?
Them that are weaned from the milk.
Them that are weaned from the milk. That sounds like a baby. Because when you learn the truth, you get exposed to the truth, you gotta do what? You gotta start over. You gotta forget everything you know.
You gotta unlearn.
You gotta unlearn and relearn. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord, he gotta break you down to build you back up. It ain't breaking you down to keep you down.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, that makes man eerie, bro.
And drawn from the breast.
See, so pretty much the simple. Read that verse one more time, Papa Kashan.
From the top.
No, yeah,
Them that are weaned from the milk
Yep.
and drawn from the breast.
Now, what's the milk? Because this word is compared to spiritual food. It's compared to, is it really talking about milk right there?
The mother.
Is it really talking about the mom right there? Is it really talking about the breast right there? Right? Get that in 2 Peter. This side, it's going to show you how the Bible works. But go ahead, keep going.
It says, "For precept must be upon precept."
So this is what he means. This is how you're going to understand and learn the Bible. Okay? Precept upon precept, meaning line upon line. Okay?
Line upon
You
line,
got to put things together. Okay?
here a little and there a little.
You might learn, you might understand what the snake was really representing all the way in Genesis, way later in like Isaiah somewhere. Yeah. The Bible, so we'll go from here to here to here to here, all over the place, right? That's how it looks. Yeah. That's what many people would think, but they don't know that's how you learn the Bible. Yeah. The Bible's in pieces, it's a puzzle. You gotta put it together. Yeah. They don't know that.
Right.
Now, when they say from the milk is what? Go ahead. 2 Peter 3:2.
Milk is a seed. The seed.
Now, this is 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 2. It says that ye may be mindful of the words which were spoken.
No, jump to sincere milk.
Sincere milk. I think that's
2 and 3. First Peter. Yeah, First Peter. Go ahead.
1 Peter 2:2.
You got it, brother.
As newborn babes,
See, as newborn babes. Now, is it literally talking about actual newborn babes? No. That's when you hear this and you start over. Go ahead.
desire the sincere milk.
You start over spiritually as a newborn baby and you desire the sincere milk. Why? What's the sincere milk? The basic things of the Bible. Go ahead.
The sincere milk of the word, that ye may grow thereby.
So you can grow. That's how the babies come out the womb and grow, off the mother's milk. So the milk, the breast, aka the breast will be the word. And then truly grow as a baby, now that you're supposed to start over. When you start over, you will go to the simple things of the scriptures. You will get the simple. First, you will learn how to read the Bible. That's milk. Yeah. Because the word is compared to milk and it's compared to meat. Because babies don't come out eating meat. Right. They eat milk. When you grow, you start growing up spiritually. When you get older, being in this truth, you can eat meat. You start eating more heavier things. to like things like this, even though this milk too. You see what I'm saying? But it's like way heavier things we can go into that we wouldn't give you because that's like counterproductive.
Yeah.
You know, it's not. You can't start in the end. You gotta do it the right way. Okay. So just get one last one for him. Matthew 18. It's the process. Amen. Let them become a fool. So when they say line upon line, in order to truly get the most out of what something is meaning, you gotta have another piece to go with it. And you'll know if it's really saying that according to this. I'll get this real quick. This is 1 Corinthians, actually 2 Corinthians 13. And 2. It says, start at 1. This is the third time I am coming to you. In the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses shall every word be established. So if you see something saying something in more than one place, more than once, it's true. So if it be like he only coming back to save Israel in like 5 places, it's over with. If it say something one time, that may be like, wait a minute, you only see that one time, it ain't true. You ain't got nobody to back you up. That's like, if I tell you something, it's harder to believe versus if I told you and then I brought him and he told you. And then to take it even further, you can have a third witness. You go, oh, you got like 5 witnesses. Plus you. You bearing witness. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, nah, man, y'all, I'm not gonna hold y'all up too long. I gotta shit,
I ain't gonna hold you,
I gotta go eat and shit.
Yeah.
But, nah, y'all doing it, man. Keep spreading the truth, man. Like, I need to know the name of this book so I can search it up myself. I'm gonna search it up. I don't want to take the book off y'all hands.
Okay, let's do it, bro. Let's do it. Let every man be persuaded in his own mind. You just look it up. The Holy Bible. Take a picture. And then if the brother want to show him, you can take a picture of this one too. It ain't gonna be this big. It's supposed to be that size. Yeah, I don't know how to do it. It's like coloring book. Yeah, that's it. All right, this last one, bro. Go ahead. One last one. Come on.
Matthew chapter 18 and verse 3. And it said, verily I say unto you, except you be converted and
Start at what?
Matthew chapter 18 verse 1. At the same time came the disciples unto Yahushua, saying,
Because Christ, when he walked, Yahushua, right? He walked, he had 12 men that directly learned from him that he was directly dealing with. Go ahead.
saying, who is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven?
And they asked him, they said, who's the greatest in the kingdom of heaven? Because they learned that the kingdom of heaven, they found out it was just for them. Right? So they asked, they said, Lord, because he knew everything. They said, Lord, who's going to be the greatest there?
Set him in the midst of them.
So he called a little child. That's how he responded to grown men. He called a little child. He set him in the middle of them. Come on.
And said, verily I say unto you, except ye be converted and become as little children.
So unless you be converted, you take an MP3 and you try to turn it to an MP4, you gotta what? You gotta convert it, meaning change it. So he said, unless ye what?
Except ye be converted and become.
Except ye be changed or transformed,
and become as little children.
Turn from a grown man to a little child. Go ahead.
You shall not enter into the kingdom of heaven.
In other words, if you don't start over, right, you're not even entering. So, because kingdom of heaven for you, but you're not walking through those gates anyway.
Yeah, that makes sense, right?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ain't gonna be no niggas in the kingdom of heaven.
Right, and it's not like, yeah.
Because a nigga, if you gave the kingdom of heaven to a nigga right now, they'll let heathens come in and rule with us.
Yeah.
And we'll be on that overthrown again. Right there. What? Yeah, see? You see that? Ain't gonna be none of that in the kingdom of heaven. Now you can the scriptures say never trust thy enemy. The so-called white people was the people we were sold to. That the Bible say that we will be sold to our enemies. So that they are enemies. And the scripture say never trust our enemies. So you can have a damn so-called white woman as a woman popular. You can have, so-called a white boss, white buddies,
But really, you're not supposed to. You gotta if you're gonna do that, you gotta understand the reality of what's going on.
Yeah,
Cause that nigga trying to come in, I guarantee if we brought him over here, he'd be like, "No, bro, we the same."
Yeah.
Now imagine when we rule, all our people not understanding that we're ruling. Hence that nigga. He'd be trying to tell everybody, "No, we the same." When it's our time to rule, we'll be out of power again. So that's why you gotta start over. Because you're gonna learn, yo, they're your enemy and you above them. Period. They meant to serve you. But yeah, shit backwards and we serving them now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's it. You got it?
Yeah. 1 Corinthians 3 and 18.
Because remember, line upon line. So this is an example of that. Yeah?
1 Corinthians 3 and 18.
Let's see if that's what he meant. Come on.
Let no man deceive himself. If any man among you seemeth to be wise in this world,
See? Come on.
let him become a fool, that he may be wise.
See? So if you think you know anything, forget it. If you want to really learn, forget everything you know. Everything you learned in this world is a goddamn lie down here.
Yeah.
Once you start over, you will be able to see what was certain things you understood and what they were tuned. I know, okay, that was right.
Yeah.
You go, oh damn, all that shit was off. I was tripping.
No, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And I feel like when you do unlearn a lot of things, the truth will unfold naturally. You know, because we were already, you go to high school?
Yeah.
We were already conditioned to mindset, think a certain way. So I feel like, yeah, it's going to come to you when you do unlearn certain things. And I feel like it's about strictly, again, you can't believe anything that you, even around you. You know, you got to be aware, you know, all times of your environment. And I feel like if you want to learn a lot of things that, you know, we've been taught in the past, the universe is going to go in that direction to learn your awareness beyond than what you see.
And even that, see, that's why you gotta start over, because it's not the universe, it's the Most High.
Yeah.
See? So the Most High, these are names, that's it. His name is Yahweh, not God. We got breakdowns of that. We gave him the channel.
No, not yet.
Yeah, give him the YouTube channel.
I got you.
And his son's name is Yahweh Shai. These are the names right here. That's the Most High name. You need these names to activate the understanding of the truth of the Bible. And this Bible speaks to everything, you know. So Yahweh, in the name of his son, Yahweh Shai. People read right to left. See how they got us right left to right? But really, you're supposed to write right to left.
Yeah.
See? So yeah, Yahweh and Yahweh Shai.
I do gotta unlearn a lot of things, relearn a lot of things to be more universal.
Be more wise.
Not even wise. It's like this what you're saying is more universal.
That's true. Yep.
It's more like race, like oh, it's American or this the right way. It's more of a universal knowledge. Like oh yeah, this is where your people are from. You gotta know this bloodline. You gotta know this. You gotta know that. It's a worldly thing. It's not. Does that make sense?
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
That's everybody finna come into this.
Yeah. Not a lot of people know that they're disconnected. You know what I'm saying? Nah, you definitely opened my eyes, man. You know, I do believe in God, and man, I think that they did whitewash the fuck out of the Bible. Yeah. You know, there's a lot of people. Man, there was an Egyptian girl telling me the other day, I'm not black, I'm white. I was like, holy fuck, man. If I had y'all around me, bro, I swear to God, she would have been put in her fucking place, bro. Or she, no, I'm white. Damn, like I couldn't even explain, bro. You know what I'm saying, bro? Nah, yeah, man. What's your name, bro?
Shariah.
Shariah.
Tell me Shaman.
Shaman. Jay, man.
Jay.
Yeah, what's your name? The War. The War. Jay. What's your name, bro?
Mahart.
Jay.
Nakwaya.
Son?
Nakwaya.
Nakwaya. Jay. I got some cool names, man.
Yeah. We're gonna have to call you I, because ain't no J's.
Right.
Yeah.
That's all right.
I gotta, when are y'all gonna be here, man?
Next weekend.
I I'm gonna have some homies come through and get some knowledge from y'all. They would love to hear this because even they kind of skeptical of their own religion right now. So they need to hear this. Open their minds up to reread the Bible in a certain way. You know what I'm saying? And live their life in a certain way too. Because this is more of like it's a change too. You know what I'm saying? This organization to me, what I got out of it, man, was more of like when you ever listen to like a football, like the before basketball tryouts, it's called like a scrimmage. Yeah. It feels like a scrimmage with the big players, you know what I'm saying? But after you leave the scrimmage, bro, you know the NFL. Yeah. Like you know how to really play. Yeah. So I feel like this is what this encounter was for me today. A lot of things I do need done, but with my own religion, suggestion. Man, my beliefs, especially. Because again, man, if I'm part of this, man, I gotta move accordingly. And I know when it's time to get judged, God not gonna be, all right, bro, like, come on, well, you know what I'm saying?
He's gonna say no.
Yeah.
So that's what we do. That's why we do this. When we get done, we gonna go back to our normal routine. Brothers got jobs, women, families, drinks and drink. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But we keep our head on the swivel because, like you said, it's war out here. Yeah. This word teaches us a spiritual war. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So we're trying to keep us. The minute you leave this, it's over with, man.
Try to take a picture of this because the other one, the page that we're on right now, it's going up. So just let him take a picture of yours so he can check it out later. One of our main page is down right now. So we're working on another one. But you'll see.
Alright, there you go, bro. Just in case something happened to your phone. Glad you said that.
Got that pulled up.
It's old business. We've been doing this for like 30, 40 years. Those are elders. Yeah, they look like angels. You know what I'm saying? White Alright,
Alright, y'all, man. I already forgot the names, but yo, next weekend, alright?
Yeah,
Stay up.
Got it.
Alright. Alright, which way to east? About how to pray for glory to Heavenly Father, name His Son.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Wakadash
While y'all watching y'all shop for the Holy Spirit, it's allowed us to keep going, keep continue this, and stay, once again, being on this faith, man. Have a chance. Ain't nobody say the Lord ain't just. Everybody can make opportunity. Like the lesson earlier, the topic earlier, no cloak for your sins. We ain't gonna have no cloak, they ain't gonna have no cloak. Lord completely just, man. So the water y'all watching y'all shop. Alright, double honors to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone of Israel, and double honors to all the hopefully black elders, to the teachers and apostles. Alright? Men laboring in the truth and sincerity and in faith. Alright? True prophets, true teachers. There's men, women, and children out there that believe as well. Alright? That are aiding on this faith. A lot of everything as well. You know what I'm saying? All people say to be saved, and hoping to be saved, and others the elect, and 1/3 of the Israelite race, which happen to be, which are so-called black, Latino, Native American Indians, West Indians, and Seminole Indians, man. You know what I'm saying? So just be thankful if you were so-called black, Latino, and Native American Indian. This your, you know what I'm saying? The word only for us, the gospel only for us. This is what this topic will be. This topic is going to be just, probably maybe like 20 minutes, because we already been rolling for a little bit. Basically, on our part, it's going to be, you know what I'm saying, just a conversation on the gospel. You see what I'm saying? So we're going to conversate on the gospel, everything we got to come, how it feels good, which we'll just lead straight into off of this, you know what I'm saying? Just to be, an Israelite. You know what I'm saying? If you were so-called black, Latino, or Native American Indian, guess what? You're an Israelite, man. That's good news right there. You know what I'm saying? So brothers got scriptures, you know what I'm saying? Good news. When you consider good news, just bring it out. We're going to go from probably a little bit to the spirit stop so we can close out. So yeah, we pick it off with, I'll bring it out with one. This is,
Isaiah. Right. Let me just pull my sword.
Okay.
You thought that was at the time. This was like 1%. All right. So this is we was actually bringing this out because really we kind of have a conversation about the gospel already. It helps. You know what I'm saying? See, it ain't always the same way. That's the good news too. You see what I'm saying? This is not a rundown doctrine. There's many angles you can take with this. You ain't always got to tell somebody the truth the same way. You will agree to tell them the Lord will kill you. You know what I'm saying? And he got it. So that's why you got fishing is a real craft, man. All right. But anyway, Isaiah 61:1. The Spirit of the Lord God is upon me because the Lord, the power of Baskel has anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek. Yeah, and the meek is us, man. The lowly. You see what I'm saying? Those at the bottom. It says what? Which is us, the so-called blacks, Latinos, and everything. It says, He has sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives. So yeah, us so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians, you Israelites, you know what I'm saying? Know the Lord is nigh to you. As He tells us in Isaiah, so like He tells us in Psalms,
You got what I'm just saying, like, did you
34.
show me because you're trying to break it out?
34 and 18.
Psalms 34:18. The Lord is nigh unto them that are of a broken heart.
See? So who's more broken than us? You know what I'm saying? You trying to figure out how you're gonna pay your light bill, man. You know what? We all been through those times, man. Lord and know that the Lord is nigh to you, man. You know what I'm saying? Know that right now. Alright? Know that the Lord is nigh to you because we just found out you so-called black Latino and yeah, we are enslaved. You see what I'm saying? And yeah, we was, put on Google with chains around our neck. But guess what? The Lord is nigh to you because of that. That's beyond being brokenhearted. Because you see something like that, that break your mind. You see what I'm saying? Like how they would butt break Jake. You see what I'm saying? You do that. They was doing that to what? Break the mind. See, and they didn't understand. The so-called white man didn't understand what. He was butt breaking us to break the minds of those that would watch that butt breaking take place. He was actually making us closer to our power, man. He was making him get closer to us. It's a lot, brother.
Not that whole time.
Whole time, man. You know what I'm saying? You can read that one more time.
This is Psalms 34:18.
Somebody want to get Isaiah 60 and 10.
The Lord is nigh unto them that are of a broken heart, and saveth such as be of a contrite spirit.
See? And the Lord is actually, and then contrite going into basically being in powder. You damn near in a powder form. This place gonna beat you down so hard. Your 9 to 5 done beat you down so hard. Your so-called racist boss, you see what I'm saying, is afflicting you so hard to where you feel spiritually you in dust. You in a dust-like state. Well, the Lord said He's right there near you. Because guess what? The Lord is known as the Creator. He loves creating. You see what I'm saying? You can't create what something already built. You see that? So He about to create, you know what I'm saying, a real new thing in the earth. You know what I'm saying? He about to create a new man or woman out of you that are broken, man. The so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians. You know what I'm saying? So thank you, so-called white man.
I can read something out.
Of course, bro.
Revelations 2:9 says, I know thy works and tribulation and poverty. It says, but thou art rich. It says, and I know them, and I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. And I only bring that out because it says, we're in poverty, we're going through constant tribulations. But He knows we're rich in what? In faith, in spirit. The kingdom of heaven is only prepared for the Israelites, right? So we got something to look forward to. And the other nations, they don't got nothing to look forward to but slavery. That's hardcore bondage by the Israelites, if you could receive it.
Let's go with the boat. Because ultimately we're going to be made physically rich eventually. So right now, yeah, we're rich in the spirit. We saw Iraq 11 and what? It says 21, marvel not at the works of sinners, but trust in the Lord, and abide in thy labor. For it is an easy thing in the sight of the Lord on the sudden to make a poor man rich. That's physically. You see what I'm saying? So the Lord, he's gonna make us rich. You see what I'm saying? He's gonna make us he's gonna make us rich. You know, the kingdom is getting ready to be translated because of what's being done is what's being done on the earth and to us. It's getting ready to be translated from one people to another. Now, who's the other people? And who's the one people? The one people will be the so-called white people, man. And these and the heathen and company. And the other people will be the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians. It say, matter of fact, just get it real quick. It's all right. 10 and 8. It says, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches, see that? Got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. Somebody want to get Colossians 1 and 13. Go ahead and bring that Isaiah out real quick. 16 and somebody want to get 1 Kings 2 and let's get Proverbs 22 and 16. Go ahead. 1 and 13 kind of here.
This is Isaiah 60, verse 10. Isaiah 60, verse 10. And the sons of strangers shall build up thy...
The Lord is not playing when he say he's near the broken. He like creating. You know what I'm saying? Come on.
And their kings shall smoke thee.
See? The whole time the Lord did this to us, man. So we just turn back to the same person that did it to us. And Jacob turned back to the so-called white man like to kiss his ass as if he did this to us. He was controlled to up to the Lord, man. Sucking up to the Lord, man. You see what I'm saying? Straight up. Man, if I'm not mistaken. You know? So yeah, you're supposed to be, man, you a kiss ass. Y'all kiss ass to the wrong ones, man. Lord said he's going to go to his place until we acknowledge our offense. And when we do that, that's when this going to happen, man.
It says, for my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor have I had mercy on thee.
See? And that's what? Letting us know who the hell we are again. You know what I'm saying? We know who we are and who everybody else is. That's like the most merciful thing you can think of. Based off the state rules just said. You know what I'm saying?
Isaiah 49 and 23. And kings shall be thy nursing fathers, and their queens thy nursing mothers. They shall bow down to thee with their face toward the earth, and lick up the dust of thy feet. Thou shalt know that I am the Lord, for they shall not be ashamed that wait for me.
Let's go into it, yeah. So pretty much, read that verse, read that one more time. So like
Isaiah 49 and 23. And kings shall be thy nursing fathers.
Yeah, and the kings is who? These elites we was talking about, man. All right, the top, the most richest people you can think of is going to be our nurses. A nurse does what? Help you. You're going to have, you know, when you got the business, you got investors. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have the elites invested in you. You see what I'm saying? You want this new wall made out of, you know what I'm saying? Whatever type of material or stone or precious metal, whatever. You're gonna have the elites there to help you do that, man. You see what I'm saying? Because they got a when we gather them out of the bunkers, what you think we gonna do? We was gonna kill them? No. When you take somebody hostage of the other side, do they put them to death? No. They put them in an interrogation room and get all the information out of them. Where to go then? You know what I'm saying? Where to go? You know what I'm saying? And even if they didn't want to tell us, we're gonna have spiritual power. You're gonna search his mind. You're gonna find out. Oh, he got a bunch of precious metals and stones in his mountain. We're gonna be taking crazy field trips. So they're gonna be helping us, man. That's how we gonna get all the riches back. Because they got that many type of riches. They tell you that in matter of fact, we go there real quick. Job. Yep. We can jump there. Go ahead. 27, don't keep up.
Job chapter 27, in verse 13. It says, this is the portion of a wicked man with God. Now I'm going to get straight to the point. Verse 16, it says, though he heap up silver as the dust.
See, they got piles of silver, precious metals and stuff. Right? Come on.
Though he heap up silver as the dust and prepare raiment as the clay, he may prepare
You
it.
got all type of, and then it say raiment, so these ain't already put together outfits. It's just material, really. You see what I'm saying? They got the richest materials you can think of, man. They got forms of things, of cotton and linen and all type of natural materials that people have never even touched. You see what I'm saying? They got it piled up for themselves, man.
God, though he heap up silver as the dust and prepare raiment as the clay.
You know how much silver that is? He said that's the dust. You know what I'm saying? You got dust walking around you. Ain't Israel the dust? You can't even count us. You see? So this man got innumerable amounts of silver, precious metals. Come on.
It says he may prepare it, but the just shall put it on.
See? How you think he's gonna put it on? He ain't gonna just hand it over. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna take him out of those bunkers and slap the shit out of him. That's the good news. And if he don't want to say nothing, you're gonna scan his brain. You know what I'm saying? You got to talk about it.
Isaiah 49:23, and kings shall be thy nursing fathers.
See? So that's just off this little bit, man. You know what I'm saying? It don't take that much. Go ahead. All that said. You got it.
And their queens thy nursing mothers.
Oh, and they got queens too. They gonna help us. How you think they gonna help us? You know what I'm saying? How you think? You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it growing. We grown, man. How you think they gonna help us, man? You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, bro.
They shall bow down to thee with their face toward the earth,
Yep.
and lick up the dust of thy feet.
Yep.
And they shall know, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord. For they shall not be ashamed that wait for me.
I think it was a cartoon, wasn't it like a show where like everywhere dude would walk, he had like his servants, his lackeys with him. Before he had stepped, they had to wipe all of the steps he about to take in front of him. They had to like dust it and shit. That's how it's gonna be. Somebody clean that shit. Clean that shit. Clean that shit. I get tired of saying that. I just put me saying that on loop in their head. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Clean this shit, clean it.
I already know it.
I'm just telling, you know what I'm saying? Like Prince Hakeem. Prince Sharian, man. You know? Like Vegeta, sound like he's saying. You know what I'm saying? Prince Vegeta.
I got something.
You got it, bro.
It's Isaiah 61:5. It says, and strangers shall stand and feed your flocks, and the sons of the It says, but ye shall be named the priests of the Lord. Men shall call you the ministers of our God. It says, ye shall eat the riches of the Gentiles, and in their glory shall ye boast yourselves. So pretty much everything that's being said right now, man. You know, when you eat something, you're gonna devour. Scriptures say that Israel is gonna be like a lion, you know, devouring people, you know, as if they're the beasts in the field. So we're really gonna be eating. We're gonna be eating, man, in that day. You know, that's by the Spirit, because Jake always says that. You know, I'm eating. Yeah, I'm eating good. Ezekiel Elliott, he goes like that.
Exactly.
Touchdown celebration.
Well, to say something like that, when you eat, you know, you enjoying yourself. You know what I'm saying? You usually go eat something that you actually, you know, you want. You know what I'm saying? And that's the level we're going to be on. We're going to be able to eat what we want. You know what I'm saying? On many levels.
Yeah, that's something, man. To think of, as well as you said, to give it to me. This is Isaiah 65:13. Therefore, thus saith the Lord God, Yahweh power, Basmael shall power. Behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to be eating good. You know what I'm saying? In the time to come and in that time after. You see what I'm saying? You think we're going to be just eating good in the time to come when all hell breaks loose and not in the kingdom? We're going to, if we eating then, how much more in the kingdom? You know what I'm saying? He
He said, behold, my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. You know, what you think we're going to be drinking? Just water? No. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be drinking that yaya, man. Or yayan. You know what I'm saying? And in the kingdom, we're going to be drinking the yayan new when the Lord come back. He said, yeah. He said, he ain't going to drink none until he drink the new with you in my Father's kingdom. You know what I'm saying? And that's just a world of so-called Black Latinos and Native American Indians ruling, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody on your company is so-called heathen versus how it is now. And with you owning everything versus how it is now, which is them owning everything and us being everybody that work for them, coming up with all the ideas and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Let me finish. He said, behold, my servant shall rejoice. As he said, obviously, if you eat, you happy. See that? It says, but ye shall be ashamed.
This Psalms chapter 149 and verse 4. It says, for the Lord taketh pleasure in his people. He will beautify the meek with salvation. It said, let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds.
Joyful going into rejoicing. Once again,
It says, let the high praises of the Heavenly Father be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hand, to execute vengeance upon the heathen, and punishments upon the people, to bind their kings with chains, and their nobles with fetters of iron, to execute upon them the judgment written.
And the nobles of the heathens, of the Edomites, are moved. Amalek, the Dukes. You know what I'm saying? The Alawak. The Alawak, right? You know what I'm saying? One for a four. You know what I'm saying? On the left-hand side. That's what it goes into, you know what I'm saying?
This says, this honor have all the saints.
That's just the Hebrew Strong's number. It's H1.
Yeah, this honor have all his saints. Praise be the Lord. You know, that's good news, right? We have honor and knowing what's to come with these nations, us taking down the strongholds. It says we're going to put their kings in fetters and chains. You know what I'm saying? And that's an honor. You know, because it happens to us. You should be honorable in your mind, understand that what's happening. It was like this telling a brother when he came, like, showing him the situation, like, they ain't gonna be able to be in this conversation. They're not coming into the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? Thinking that they, what they say, equal. We all bleed red. You know what I'm saying? No, we different, man. There's levels to it, but it's our honor, man. It's the good news.
It's like you're not entering into the kingdom, not knowing that you are the outright dominating ruler. You know what I'm saying? Obliterate anything that's not an Israelite. You know what I'm saying? Anything that's not of the ways of the Israelite. You are the obliterate. Like when the wedding was made ready, the house shall come back. He asked the man, how did you come in here like this? Not having a wedding garment on. Meaning, what? How did you come in here not having the right mindset? How did you come in here not knowing that you are the cream of the crop? Most royal people. You know what I'm saying? How did you come in here thinking? That's the equivalent of saying, what does the wedding garment represent? The wedding garment is the complete mindset, the complete right mindset, man. That's all it is. So the opposite of that would be what? A Jake coming in thinking, you know what I'm saying, he got to open the door for an heathen or something, or not even open the door for nothing paid, but coming second to a heathen. She got coming second to a heathen. How did you come in here thinking that? You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be every Jake self-esteem will be off. It's going to be through the fucking compared to these people where it's at now, it's going to be off the charts.
I got something. This is Psalms 135 and 4. It says, for the Lord had chosen Jacob unto himself. It says, and Israel for his peculiar treasure. You know, what does the scriptures say? The Lord said that the kingdom of heaven dwells within you. You know, so it ultimately starts with Israel. Like the brother said, he says this is a revolution pretty much. It's, you know, but it's in the spirit. Like this is gonna lead to the kingdom, man. Men of the Lord gotta be out here, you know, prophesying the downfall of this kingdom so that the next one can arise. You know, scripture say we seek for a new city. You roughly paraphrasing. The Lord will reveal those men.
Yeah, this is Jeremiah 31 and 1. At the same time, saith the Lord Yahweh, Bashanel Shai, will I be the God of all the families of Israel, and they shall be my people. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, the people which were left of the sword found grace, found grace in the wilderness, even Israel. That's going into the 1/3, and the elected 1/3, right? Because all our people ain't gonna make it out, but those, because they wouldn't have the way out, man. What's this doctrine? They would not have God's speed. You see what I'm saying? To escape. That's heavy, because it's the day of the Lord is as a lion met a man, fleed, and then a bear met him, then he win the house, and then how fast is a lion? It's faster than you. You see what I'm saying? So you would need God's speed to escape that lion. And the lion just represents the forms of destruction or the plagues, really, that's coming to this place. So our people, for us to escape, we need that God's speed. And you get that God's speed ultimately through what? Through having this doctrine. Which I'll jump to real quick. Another one, jump there real quick.
What you want?
Second John 1, you start at 10.
Okay.
Okay.
It's 2 John chapter 1 verse 10.
We're gonna get a few more close up.
If there come any unto you and bring not this doctrine,
It's a particular doctrine. It's one way. It's this doctrine. And this doctrine is dealing with prophecy. Go ahead.
receive him not into your house.
You see? Don't even receive that man. Come on. But the point being what?
Neither bid him Godspeed.
So obviously, if he had this doctrine, you would bid him for Godspeed. So obviously, this doctrine gives you Godspeed. You see what I'm saying? You're going to need this doctrine, aka lion. You see what I'm saying? To flee these plagues, to flee the lies, to flee your old man, you need Godspeed to catch up in the race. See? Speed links over with the race, it links over with the clean, it links over with all that. This doctrine gives you Godspeed. You're going to have it. Then he say he's going to make he's going to give us hinds legs. That's going into a Impala. Lions can't, that's so heavy because lions can't catch Impala sometimes. You know what I'm saying? You watching that as the little one, they be going on it. Lions done died trying to catch Impalas. Lions done came to an end trying to, you know what I'm saying? The damn tank get destroyed trying to catch you because you so damn fast. You see what I'm saying? Damn SWAT team, they all die because you so goddamn strong with this loose. Like the power of the Lord done gave you, man. Ultimately, that's gonna be because you got the doctrine. This doctrine.
I say those them hinds, the Impalas, you know, them ones can jump too, like 10 feet straight into the air. I done seen it. Them ones jump straight over fences, man.
David said that he jumped over
Exactly.
yeah.
Jump right over a gate.
Jump gates.
A little bit 10 spot, you jump over.
Oh yeah,
Like
man.
Hope.
Exactly, yeah, exactly.
Hope got hot.
Get up out of that shit.
Yeah, hope go to a whole other continent. On the bound to get used to it. I got that at Amos. One of the lion.
Yeah, go ahead, bring it out.
This is Amos chapter 5 and verse 18. It says, Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light.
The day of the Lord really Jacob's trouble. The day of the Lord is in Jacob's trouble. You know what I'm saying?
Or went into the house and leaned his head on the wall, his hand on the wall, and a serpent bit him.
Yeah. So that's destruction 360, 720. Yeah, you turn around once, all destruction at any angle. You do it again, it's the same fucking destruction. Your eyes ain't playing tricks on you. Playing tricks on you. The point they say the scripture people been gonna seek to die and shall not be able. So that's like you get locked up. And the best thing you can do is go to sleep. That's the only way to go survive that shit, man. You know you in the cell, like you have no more
like control over anything in your life. Like you know, that's the best you can do is basically die, because that's what dying is, sleep.
Yeah.
See that?
It's like you was explaining to the brother earlier. It's like basically knock your head. You know what I'm saying? And forgot everything. That's ultimately your position when you get locked up. Like everything you thought you could do, your freedom, all that stuff, it becomes obsolete. You know? You thinking you can get up and go do something. I can't leave this room. You know what I'm saying? So you ultimately did. You know?
And if you was to get rounded up, you gotta get rounded up. So be it. Lord willing, he's going to integrity of faith. Stand stiff now. You know what I'm saying? He might give you a miracle moment where you get the power in that bitch. You know what I'm saying? You run out that motherfucker. You just like, you ain't fuck the screen. Run out that motherfucker. You got super speed now. You start playing with him like, you know what I'm saying?
Elijah got the super speed and endurance. So he had to run in front of the he had to run in front of before it started raining. He had ran all the way back to the king.
Bring it up. You said Elijah?
Time.
Bring it up. Brother, got some?
I got some. So Revelations 9 and 6, just back, bring out what you were saying. It says, and in those days shall men seek death, and shall not find it, and shall desire to die, and death shall flee from them. So it's gonna be so bad that you're gonna be wishing that you're dead, you know. And the Lord's gonna just take it away from you. He's gonna make you suffer. You know, he's gonna, how do I say it? Not prolong it, but make it last longer than it needs to be, man. Why? Because that's righteous judgment. You can get what you deserve, man.
But he said you're gonna know it after death by pain. That's a painful thing. You need to be able to die, but you just don't get to go somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Show people that somebody really killing people. And it ain't guns and bullets. And the people hold them. Somebody that's taking the spirit out of that body, man. You ain't gonna seek that in that day, it's over, man. But the whole point being what? We're gonna be protected from that. You know what I'm saying? We don't got the doctrine to escape from that. You know what I'm saying? So let me finish this and then we close out. So Jeremiah 31:2, as it says, thus saith the Lord, the Yahweh Bashanal Shah, the people which were left of the sword found grace in the wilderness. You see, and we're in the wilderness now. We ain't got no cultivated land. Don't the scripture say, here we have no continuing seed, and we will see when it comes. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So this basically, we're in the wilderness, but anyway, spiritual wilderness, it says, even Israel, when I went to cause him to rest. See that? It says, the Lord Yahweh hath appeared of old unto me. The Lord said He's gonna take care of us ultimately. That is already been certain of the sort of people that's going to escape the sword. You know what I'm saying? Which is going to be brought out in this wilderness, man. That sword is the missiles, these damn shots, these damn guns, you know, that purge forever spirit that people's going to get in, the anarchy, the bombs, things got mines, bazookas, you know what I'm saying? All type of stuff. 5G, you're going to escape 5G because I was thinking about that. You got a lot of brothers, you start watching brothers' phones, they be doing these videos, everybody shit started to say 5G now. You know what I'm saying? Because I need a new phone, but I'm like, if I get a new phone, it's going to have to be 5G. You know, that 5G shit, it knows your insides. It turns the embryo in a woman's stomach into jelly. That's how strong that radiation is. Radiation always been bad. We have the highest form it's ever been. And Esau got more forms, higher forms, he's just only bringing that one out. But anyway, the Lord hath appeared of old unto me, saying, yeah, I have loved thee with an everlasting love. Therefore, with loving kindness have I drawn. See, again, I will build thee, and thou shalt be built, O virgin of Israel. Thou shalt again be adorned with tabrets, and shall go forth in the dances of them that make merry. So we're going to be kicking it in the kingdom. It's going to be partying, dancing, everything. How Jake can pop lock and do all that. And really good, they move and, you know what I'm saying? beat, they can dance to the beat. None of that stuff going away. It's gonna be in righteousness now. Everybody gonna be glorious and perfect, you know? That's how it's gonna be. And these heathens don't envy us, man. They ain't gonna envy us no more. They gonna just call us black. That's envy shit going on. Let anybody be envious of the Israelite race in the kingdom. See what happens. That's good. Watchmen upon the mountain. Arise ye. Right, stand up for something. Stand up for the Lord, for his truth, and let us go up to Zion unto the Lord Yahweh Bashal our God. Men is written to repent, man, of the northern kingdom. You know what I'm saying? And they're gonna say, let's go back because they would have heard this gospel. You see what I'm saying? You see what's coming for us? Let's arise and depart. Let's get the hell out of America. Let's put a vest on. That's what he's saying. It says, for thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Bashal shall sing with gladness for Jacob, and shout among the chief of the nations. Publish ye, praise ye, and say, publish ye, and it's like publish ye and praise ye. We publish right now. We publishing right now. You know, this is a broadcast. It says, and say, what you're doing, O Lord, Yahweh Bashal Shah, save thy people, the remnant of Israel. See? So the same salvation is only for you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians that would have been repentant in truth. It was found written in the book of life. So Kawadi Yahweh Bashal Shah once again for giving us a chance at it. You see what I'm saying? The opportunity to, you know, possibly be those men and women, their children. Brothers got something?
Yeah. It's Ezekiel 9:4. It says, and the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. You know, and these men are the same men that are crying in the scripture that the brother just brought out, man. You know, telling you to wake up, you know, telling you that you got to come to repentance, man. And that mark there is the word, was it Tawah? It means being exempt from judgment. You hear the screaming all around you, the good news, meaning the gospel, meaning the good news, is that you're going to be straight in that day. Because you're going to be exempt from that judgment that the Lord is bringing upon this place.
Got something? That, we're going to go ahead and close out. Give all honor, praise, and glory to Heavenly Father, in the name of His Son.
Yahweh Bashal Yahweh Shah Wakadash Wakah.
Wadi Yahweh Bashal Shah for the Holy Spirit. Until next time, Shalom.